On this video, we're going to talk a little bit about the Lasko Tower heater. This is a 2-level heat setting and fan setting heater. This heater does not have a thermostat, which means that it will not shut off by itself. This has to be manually turned off. So I want to know what is it that we're going to be paying for on electricity using this heater. And for that, I need to know what is the power that it uses on each setting. This is a real old heater, which you probably will not find on the market now in these days, but it's just used as an example for us to know what is the consumption as we change the settings on this heater. So let's take a look. Here on this setting, on the number 2 setting, we can read on my amp meter that is 10.3 amps that is using on this setting. Now I'm dropping it to number 1. I'm using setting number 1, and we can see that the amps that is using at this level is 5.1 or 5.2. As I switch it to the fan setting, we can see that the amperage that is being used is 0.21, not even 1 amp. And now the heater is off. So now that we have the amperage for each setting, let's use that information to figure out my cost per month on electricity. Now keep in mind that I pay approximately about 14 cents for every kilowatt hour that I use in electricity. So let's go ahead and figure this out. Let's change it from watts to amps. So we're going to use this spreadsheet since we know what the amperage is. Here I have the fan heater, and we're going to start with the setting, the lowest setting, which is 0.21 amps. We're going to use the 120 volts, and we're going to say that we use it for approximately 8 hours a day. We're calculating it to be used 30 days. Now, as I mentioned before, I know what I pay for electricity per kilowatt, so I'm putting the 14 cents per kilowatt, and the amount that I will be paying if I'm using this setting, the fan setting, I am going to be paying about 85 cents per month. And that is because I'm using 25 watts every time, or yes, every time I'm using the fan, it's going to be 25 watts. So let's go ahead and change that now to the number 1 setting, which I believe is 5.2. If I'm not mistaken. So now we're going to use the same amount. In this situation, or in this case, we're using 624 watts, and that times 8 hours a day times 30 days in a month, we're using approximately 149 kilowatt hours, and we multiply it times 14 cents. If I use it on that setting, on the number 1 setting, for 8 hours every single day, I'm going to end up paying approximately about $20.97. Now, if I change the setting and I bring it to 10.3 amps, that's going to force me to use 1,236 watts. 8 hours a day for 30 days. I'm going to be using in a whole month 296.64 kilowatt hours times 14 cents. So this is going to be my cost for the whole month if I'm using it 8 hours per day. Now keep in mind, this device does not have a thermostat, so the consumption or the amount of power that it uses, it will be constant unless I turned it off. But I'm estimating about 8 hours on a day. So I hope this video has helped you understand of how much money you can actually spend on electricity by using a device that doesn't have a thermostat. And if you just let it run for 8 hours straight, this is approximately the cost that you're going to be spending. Now, keep in mind that if you're paying more than 14 cents, let's say if you're paying 19 cents, the cost is going to be higher. So if you would like to know what is the cost per kilowatt hour that you are paying, I will refer you to the video that I created that explains this in more details. You will find the link on the comment section of this video. Also, please don't forget to like this video and to subscribe, as I will be uploading more informative videos very soon. Thank you and have an awesome day. Take care.